I'm going to open up FL Studio today as if it's my first time ever jumping in and making some boom bap. Let's see what happens. Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another video. And it's me, They Call Me Heat. Listen, if this is your first time watching any of my videos today, I'm a music producer of over 10 years. And on this channel here, I show producers how to make some of the best boom bap style beats. So if you're into that, definitely give the channel a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well and turn on all notifications just so in the future you don't miss any more videos after today. All right, so yeah, let's get into the video. All right, gang, so I got this request and I know that a lot of you producers may or may not have, you know, the sounds that I have, the plugins that I have, things like that. It's fine, it's okay, you know. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm actually going to use a sample that I have by a group called Smoke. The sample is called Patience. If you're a member of the Patreon, you will get this sample for free as a boom bap master. If not, you're gonna have to dig for this and find this. All right, what I'm gonna do though is I'm not gonna use any sounds from like my own secret stash. I'm only using the sounds in FL Studio. So the drums, the bass, they're all gonna come from within FL Studio's stock sounds. All right, let's see what happens. This is actually a video for the people who don't have, you know, plugins and drums. You know, you might just be starting out, but I have a way. I mean, I have some things that I can do. So we'll find some drum sounds, we'll kind of tweak them with, you know, the EQ or the FL compression, you know, things like that, things that you have in the DAW already when you either download it A as a demo or B you buy the full product or the full version of the program. So I have the full FL version of like all the plugins unlocked, but there are tricks, there are ways that you can, you know, get around, you know, having the demo of FL Studio. So like bouncing things down to audio so that you have it for later, you know, taking a bass note from FL Studio so that you have it later, you know, things like that that you can do to be able to use and make the most out of the stock sounds. This sample has a lot going on, so I just need to find like a good loop. So I'm seeing this section here is when it starts getting louder into the next part, but it did like the same like boom, it did the same thing. So that's cool. I'm gonna go to grab the FL or the Fruity Slicer because that is a stock plugin in FL Studio. So still sticking to my whole stock FL Studio thing. All right, so let's maybe chop it in 30 beats. And then of course the Pro Transient so that it doesn't sound weird. So now we are into, these are the sounds that I remember FL Studio having. Like when I didn't have or didn't know where to go for the drum kits and I had to use the stock FL sounds, I was in the drum section in the hip hop kit, and that's where I was getting a lot of stuff from. So like you got hi-hats, kicks, and there's a lot of potential in these sounds too. Like, you know, you don't have to use them how they are. You can do different things to them to make them better. I'm gonna grab this hat and I'm gonna grab this one. Yep, I like those. Those ones are dope. So we got some dope sounds just off the strength of, you know, the stock sounds that are in the FL Studio pack. So you would go into packs, you would go into Legacy, you would go into drums, and then, you know, everything would be up in here. These are a lot of the stock. Man, these kits, this is the kit from like FL Studio 3. Wow, man. So yep, I'm gonna grab that open hat, but I'm probably gonna shorten it. Yeah. All right, now I just need to get all these to the mixer. So we'll send all those to the mixer so that we got everything in order, or on the mixer, so we know, what stuff it sounded like. So then we can, shape them up, make them sound good, So I'm gonna just like find like a good pattern, a good tempo. Good tempo. We know that boom bap usually is like between 80 or really like 70 to like 90. So I'm gonna go like a 90 BPM, which would in double time be 180. Might even slow it down just a little bit, so like 175, yeah. And then I'm gonna get like the hi-hat going. So I like the first two, as y'all notice, or y'all know if you watched my channel in the past, that I like to do the hi-hats like a long pattern, and then I find like the best section. So the first two I feel hit perfectly for me. So I'm gonna match or send those over. Yep, that gives me a good start. So then I'm gonna go put the snare in. Now with the snare, it's not very loud, so I'm gonna use a stock EQ, which is the first parametric EQ. This EQ, man, I've been using this for so long, and I kind of like the snare drum enhance. What I like to do is use the presets and then tweak the presets. I don't leave it on the preset and leave it how it is. I have a preset, I tweak it, and then I'm good. So this right here, this is without the snare drum enhance. This is with it. See, now there's a lot of clarity in the top end, but the low end is only boosted about 2 dB. So we're probably going to take that up. Now we can kind of hear more of the low end in that sample or that snare. And I didn't even quantize that, so I'm going to see how it sounds or what it looks like first before I play it back. So now we got this kick. But with this kick, I don't like that I don't like that higher tone in there. So I'm gonna take out some of the high end. Now what I did was I actually changed the way that the band is positioned. So basically I'm doing a slope instead of just a straight cut down, because the slope allows some of that resonance to stay in, but it's cut out a little bit. It doesn't sound boxy anymore when I start to cut like the high end out of the kick. Yep, there we go. So I'm gonna lay this down now real quick. All right, so now we have the open hat, and the open hat is what I'm going to drop in next, and then I'll figure out the sample. But you can kind of feel and hear everything coming together. I just want people to understand that boom bap is not about the sounds you use. It's about the feeling first. Then the sounds will come into play, because you want to make sure that your sounds are gritty. You want to make sure your sounds are dirty. You want to make sure that they're fat and punchy. You want to have those things in your beat when you're using the sounds. So if you only have stock sounds, you can use them. You just have to learn and know how to use them. Fire. I mean, that's a simple drum pattern, but it works. I could now go in and with my hi-hat say, all right, I like that hi-hat. Now I want to just kind of move it over the same thing. Right. That's it. That's a simple fix, right? So there's one thing I want to change with the kick. Boom, boom. Taking that out of there. And I'm gonna lay down the pattern that I do have though now. This is dope. I mean, for this to be my first beat, you know, this is dope. It's not really my first beat, but you know, for all the people that are watching, you know, I'm stepping into your mind of, I don't have the sounds that you have. I only got the stock sounds. So that's what I got to use. So that's how I'm approaching this for you.
All right, it's time for the sample. It's time for the sample. All right.
All right, so that last note we need to move up, drag them on time just to make sure that we're good as far as all the chops. And then I'm going to quantize, which I did. I'm going to take them back off time. So we got a good, you know, good foundation, drums, sample. Now I need to find a good bass. And the bass, you know, would come from Sakura. That's a bass plugin that I used a very long time. Even when I didn't have Trillion, things like that, I used Sakura. I'm going to use that plugin for my bass real quick. So let's go to Sakura. Got that boy open. Go to bass. In the bass section is called Deep House. So that's the bass that I'm using. So I'm going to add that to the mixer as well, just so that it has a spot in the mix. All right, so we got the bass down. The bass is sounding really dope. And I mean, that's pretty much like a typical boom bap beat. And like I said, if you don't have all of the sounds and bells and whistles like I have, well, at least you can take the sounds, the stock sounds that are already there, and then tweak them, make them sound good, and, you know, turn them into boom bap sounds. So that's pretty much what I did here. So I'm going to play back everything together so you hear it as a whole. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun joint, you know, not the greatest beat. Like I said, I just use stock sounds, things like that. But that's pretty much how you would, you know, make a boom bap beat with stock FL sounds. So if you're an FL Studio user or Ableton or Logic or any of that stuff, you can still take the same techniques, same tricks that I used on these sounds, these stock sounds, to then make a boom bap beat. So yeah, I hope that you guys liked the video today. I hope that this helped someone, you know, understand how to take nothing and turn it into something, you know, to then make greatness. So that's pretty much what I do a lot. Yeah, thank you for watching, y'all. I hope I inspire somebody to go create that boom bap, man. Cook that boom bap. That's what we do over here. And yeah, if you are part of the Patreon, make sure you download these sounds because they are available now. So everything that I used in the video today, you can download it. If you don't have FL Studio, I mean, download the sounds. If you have FL, you already have all of these sounds except the sample, obviously, unless you went digging for it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications so you don't miss any more videos. All right. And if you want to learn more in depth about boom bap, I do have a 2-hour course called Cooking That Boom Bap Masterclass. BoomBapUniversity.com is where you can get that at. So make sure you check that out, because I do go more in depth, finding the sample, chopping the sample, laying the drums down, you know, putting the beat together, things like that, arrangement, all of that. So make sure you check that course out. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.